Ultralytics just released their latest YOLO model versions, 8.1. Now this is a really good handy models for detections, objects detections for image and videos as we have used in Comfy UI. If you guys have played around with Comfy UIs, especially running with stable diffusions to generate image and videos, you guys will use lots of detector provider using Ultralytics, and they have a lot of segmentations and beatbox detections models for you to run with this. Now they have released these versions, and let's check it out in these videos that we are going to only analyze and see how these latest versions of YOLO models are performing. So as you can see, their primators, obviously the newer model version 8 is way higher than the previous older model, and the speed performance faster, of course. And then they are running in Python 3.8 or later versions. So basically you can install that in your local machine. And of course, I have installed that already in Comfy UI as integrated as one of the models running for image generations and videos generations as well. So in here, their official GitHub page, they have showing there's few Go collabs notebook that you can only running YOLO version 8 demonstrations and see their multiple objects tracking in videos and objects counting in videos and then the hit maps in videos. Now this 3 is the most interesting things from these models that they produce. The result is very accurate and is very precise on segmentations in terms of objects detections, all kinds of stuff. Especially you have to handle multiple objects in your videos that is moving and is continue detecting and tracking that object's movement. Ultra Analytics did a really good job on this. So we are going to try out a few of these examples here. So first of all, let's go to try out this multiple objects tracking in videos. Now this is going to be in Goku Colab, so don't worry about the setup in local machines, because if you're running this in local machines, I prefer you are going to apply with some other applications like we usually do in stable diffusions, running together with all the segmentations using YOLO for detecting image and videos objects in a Comfy UI workflow that will be more useful rather than just running that in the command prompt backend and without any applications doing with that. So for just testing these models, we can just using their official Google Colab script here to run that, and we can see what is the performance of their latest update of YOLO versions 8.1, which is here they have already listed in their WHL, actually, is similar like XML files, and they have already announced that release in here. So let's wait for this setup, and then we can go through the objects tracking and see how it performs using videos. Okay, so I have upload videos for demo, and that is going to be one of the stock videos that I have with this one. So there's multiple people, and this is the main characters that are looking around. So see how good this Ultralytics model tracking that will be, and right now it is running. And as you can see, there's keep tracking for every image, frames, and there's numbers of counting for people and cell phones, etc. So many details that is going to be detected in this tracking. So the result is here. We can be seeing the result in the run detect track folder. So there will be in here, as we can see, there's files that we can download. So let's download this first, and there's a report of result that's showing us here. So the result is actually AV files. So there is going to be some label detections of people, of persons, and some people have a phone, a cell phone, etc. that will be detected, that will be labeled on the demos video here. So while we are waiting for the files to download and we go to the Python code, this is another part of this collab script. So first of all, it's going to import the models. We have the Ultralytics YOLO and Unity check, and then check the showed import libraries, and then we got the track history, defined it. We have defined the models that obviously we are using the YOLO models. Then we have the file path of the videos. This is very important. You have to change the file path. So how do you do that is actually you can right-click your uploaded videos file and copy the path here. Once you have copied this, You can change this value to your file path name here. So when it's done, don't change any script here because this is workable already with what they release. So just click the run and let's wait for the result of the Python. Okay, so the Python code is done. We have the green check mark here. So what it does is that first of all, it will go through our videos and go through the tracking and make a tracking label on top of our videos that are showing us the number of tracking objects that it appears from their AI models. So the result of this tracking will be Recreate and other new videos called Object Track AVI, and that is going to be in here. So while we are waiting for the track first result from our second step here, I'm going to download this one as well. Just click the menu and click download. It takes a while to load up the whole file, so we got to be patient of that. Just like this one is still loading about 90% right now. So while we are waiting, then we will wait for the result. So here's the object tracking that is coming from the Python code of their tracking labels that they put for every detective persons. So let's go play it one time and you can see what is that going on. So rather than only the box of tracking of a person, it also have the path of movement of these objects going on. As you can see, the orange line of each person, there's a line of the directions of the objects moving towards too. And it's really clear that although the background people are walking is kind of blur, but you can still able to use these AI models to detect the persons behind that and track their movement from left to right, etc. And also we have another result that is coming from here. This is the first result that is only using the YOLO models detecting the objects. And as you can see this, their labels also show the numbers, the IDs created by here. They have all these frames and then detecting the objects of that. And then these models are able to label each person individually and giving it ID number of the objects and the percentage of identifications of these objects. So for example, in the front here, the main character point 89. That means like 89% of these objects are identified as a person. So that is the label of this mean. And also one cool thing is that it can able to detect a cell phone as well. So 79% detected. This ID number 57 is a cell phone objects. So rather than just character or person, it's also able to do identifications for other kinds of objects in front of the camera. So we use a lot of this Ultralytics YOLO models for doing segmentations in AI image generations and also videos generations as well. So let's go back to full screen and we can find other script that is going to run for these models. So let's try this one. The count in videos, actually this one are also very similar to multi-objects tracking in videos because they are also able to track how many people or objects in the videos as well as the previous multi-objects tracking that is doing the similar thing. So again, in this one, we have to close this one first, and then we are going to this object counting demos from Ultralytics. So this collab, again, we have to install everything first. So this time, it's better we have just doing one setup, and then we will use a Python code for running the objects counting. So here again, I will have to upload the videos files into Google Colab. So before that, we will go to the first step to just click setup in here. So again, it will reconnect to the Google Colab server and execute all these installations of the library. So after the first step, finish installation script, and we are going to prepare for the MP4 files. Again, I will use the same demo videos that we just did, which is this one, and we are going to upload in Goku Colab. So very easy, simple, just drag and drop to the bottom left corner here and just press OK and wait for the upload. Okay, so after the upload complete of the demo videos, we can get start to running the script and wait for the result. That is that simple with using this demo, but one thing remember is to update the file's name and the file path of this one, the video capture and then this bracket. You have to update the upload files path by copying in here and paste that as what I did. Now wait for the executions in here. As you can see, there's running things is going on. And then we got the post process of each image frames. So it just making each image frames and processing it, putting all the detected objects into label, and then put it back into one single image. So there we go. 51 seconds, we finish this progress, and we can click the download and try this one. So this name is going to be Objects Counting Output. You have to click this download button to see the result. So once we download finish, we can see the result. Let's check it out in here. So we have this object count output videos files downloaded, and let's play one time. Now here, as you can see, there's all the persons labeled it already. And then you can see there's numbers beside the person. So basically, the AI are calculating and counting how many person in this video's clip as well. That is not only detecting the motions, directions of the person, but also are able to put a label of counting. What is the number of this person appear in these video clips? So as you can see, this main character is the second person that it detect in starting from beginning of these videos. So the first guy is here, that is the person number 1, and number 2 starting to here is number 3. And then once the videos are start playing, this is a camera pending in a clockwise actions, and it's still enabled to detect this main character as the number 2 person in these videos. And then once we turn it, we can see there's more counting of person as objects in these videos until the end. Right here, the one spin of this camera motions, it goes to number 84 is the last person that it detects. And even in here, we can see there's 71 and 79. So it is not going to be just frame by frame to detect that it is able to detect these objects. For example, this person 71, this guy wear this t-shirt. The AIs are able to identify this as an object when it is still moving from here to this point, right here to here. Still able to label this. And also the number 78 as well. As you can see right here, we start having this number 78. And then even the camera spinning is still able to hold this object's label as number 78 in here. So that is how cool is this AI models that is not only doing by frames without the previous memories of labeling on the objects. So that's how we can use that. And we have did in my stable diffusions, other AI art generations channels that I talk about, the config UI that we have been always using, the Ultralytics providers, that is the Yoho models. So I have the versions 8 right here. So what it is used for in the real practical applications is that they have segmentations for person, face, hands, and even fashions. They have the models in YOLO. So you can download that in Ultralytics official GitHub page. So what we're using in here is usually we use Coco segmentations for identify the persons in here. For example, we have this one, and then once we identify the person and how the person moving in actions. And right here, we have the output videos that is simulating the source videos characters. And then we can do an objects editing of this output videos. So that is making really cool animations using AI with this. And if you have any bad generated face or hand or even the bodies, even the clothing, you can use the YOLO Ultralytics YOLO models to detect the face, hands, persons. That means the characters. And then using other sampling steps to enhance from low quality to a better quality output here. So that's how the real practical way to use Ultralytics YOLO AI models in the AI art generations applications here. So yeah, guys, try this out. This is YOLO, and they have lots of open source models for different situations that you can use. You can use for detections, you can use for open image, you can use for segmentations, you can use it also for pose. That means how the character are moving, just like what I did in Comfy UI. This different movement of the hands, the fingers, and then how the person, the hips, are dancing. They have these pulse detections as well. And there's many other ways you can play around with these AI models that is not just using command prompts and then see in the text form. Well, this is one way to demo how these AI models are detecting the objects, but in the real practical way of using this is doing with animations or image generations. So that is it for this videos, and I hope this inspire you guys to try out Ultralytics YOLO, the latest model version 8.1. So I will see you guys in the next videos. Have a nice day. Bye.